welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a new series that I want to do. I actually had this idea quite a while ago, and I filmed a really cool video like months ago. And I got really cool answers from the cards, but like half of the video ended up being corrupted, so I wasn't able to post it. So yeah, so this series is basically, I'm calling it Tarot Unsolved. And so I'll just come on here and I'm going to ask the cards about some of life's greatest mysteries. I'm trying to stay away from like true crime, so like anything involving like, you know, murder cases and things like that, unless it's like really old, just because I don't want to mess with like the ethics of that, and sometimes I don't know if it's like appropriate to be making videos like that. So this is just kind of about like common mysteries. I also want to have episodes where we get into like paranormal stuff. If you guys don't know, this channel before it was tarot was all about paranormal and conspiracy theories and things of that nature. And I still really love the paranormal. It's one of my passions in life. It's one of my dreams to be a paranormal investigator one day. I consider myself an amateur one. So I really want to skew towards paranormal as well, just because I genuinely, that's one of my main passions in life, and just ghost stories and things in general. But I thought it would be really fun to start it off with Area 51, because that is such a big mystery. A lot of people have questions about that. And so these, I want everybody to take this with a grain of salt. This is for entertainment and just to have fun with tarot. And it would be cool if people like, you know, did VRs to these and just to see what they got maybe. But yeah, so depending on what it is, I'm going to go into what the case is about or what the mystery is. And then we're going to pull some cards. I have some questions that I've kind of laid out for what I want to ask the cards. And then I have some like oracle that we can get clarification and so on. So I just have a little kind of blurb about Area 51. So Area 51 is the common name of the highly classified U.S. Air Force facility in Nevada. Details of its operations are not made public, but the U.S. Air Force says it is an open training range. It is commonly thought to support the development and testing of experimental aircraft and weapons systems. And one of the biggest conspiracies about Area 51 is that they do alien experiments there. They have alien, either like alien life or alien spacecrafts, alien weapons, and so on. So that's kind of the main conspiracy theory that surrounds Area 51. I live in New Mexico, and so Roswell is in my state, and that is an area where they supposedly had the first kind of crashed UFO, and so a lot of people associate the Roswell crash with Area 51 because, you know, apparently that's where they hold that spacecraft. So I have 5 questions I'm going to ask. I'm going to lay it all out, and then we're going to flip them over one by one and try to get some answers. And the deck that I thought would be perfect to use for this is the Desert Illuminations. This deck is created by somebody from New Mexico, but also it's just about like the American Southwest, and so it has aliens in it. It also, you know, it has that desert vibe, so it's perfect for Nevada, Area 51. I also have some oracle decks here, so after we do the spread with the tarot, I have some decks to maybe get some clarification on some things that we get that maybe we're not sure about. So I have the Earthbound Oracle. I don't know why, I was really just feeling that. Maybe it's because the desert just feels super earthy to me. I also have the Oracle of the Radiant Sun, which is wonderful for these kind of videos. I've used it quite a bit in like mediumship stuff and trying to figure out things with the ghosts in my house. I love this deck. It has a lot of keywords. And then I also have Memento Mori. I'm not sure if I'm going to use this, but I feel like it helps a lot, maybe more in like the paranormal aspect of it, so I might not use that today, but I have it here anyway. So I'm going to start by cleansing the space here. These videos won't normally be so like long and explainy because this is just the first one, so I just wanted to kind of make sure everybody knew like what it was about. So I'm cleansing the space, cleansing the cards. All right, so we're just gonna start shuffling. Okay, so I have 5 questions here. So the first one I'm asking is there aliens / alien specimens at Area 51? All right, I got a card for that one. All right. Number 2, are there spacecrafts from extraterrestrial life at Area 51? So are there spacecrafts from extraterrestrial life at Area 51? All right, that one's popping out to me. Okay, question number 3 is, are there secret weapons? Like possibly, this is more of like the military aspect of it. Like I want to know, are there secret weapons there or military type war things instead of aliens? Like are they hiding weapons, nuclear weapons? Is that what is at Area 51? Okay. Number 4, is it a distraction for another facility? I feel like this is a question that at least maybe I believe. I think Area 51 could possibly be a distraction, so everybody's focused on that as where they house aliens, and then it's possibly somewhere else. So is it a distraction for another facility? Okay, and the last question is just, what are they hiding? Because obviously the secrecy around it, they're hiding something, they're keeping something from the public. So just in general, what are they hiding? Okay. All right, so we've got our 5 cards. Can you see them? Yes. Okay. So let's start with number 1. Are there aliens or alien specimens at Area 51? We have the Page of Wands. You know, for some reason, just right off the bat, I'm getting like a secrecy type thing. Like, yes, possibly. I feel like the cards are being cheeky with me right now. Like, we have this man and he has this like hat over his eyes and he's kind of like hiding a little bit, which makes me feel like I know, but I'm not going to tell you, which is kind of funny. It also makes me think, so Chili's in this deck is the wand suit. So Page of Wands, it's creativity. It's that initial kind of spark. And so that makes me think possibly like experiments and things are going on there with alien specimens at Area 51. So this, to me, I feel like this is a yes. I feel like this is a cheeky like, well, what do you think? And it's kind of like, yeah, I do think there is aliens there. It's kind of like a non-answer, and then that makes me feel like, you know, if they're hiding something, why don't just come out and say no? So yeah, this makes me think experiments. It makes me think trying different things with specimens. So this makes me think more like they have alien specimens, like dead aliens or like pieces of them, body parts. This doesn't make me feel like they have like live aliens, but maybe we can get some clarification later on. Okay, so number 2, are there spacecrafts from extraterrestrial life at Area 51? Okay, we have the Hierophant. Yes. Yeah, this is a yes to me because they're trying to learn, right? They're using the spacecrafts to learn from them, to gain teachings for our own kind of personal gain, or the United States personal gain. So I would say yes. And it's funny because this automatically makes me think of is it Bob Lazar? There's a documentary of this man. I think his name's Bob Lazar, and he basically says that he worked at Area 51 and that there was so much kind of rules and regulations that you weren't able to see multiple parts of a project. They kind of kept you in the dark of what you were working on. They kind of gave you one small piece of the pie so that, you couldn't get together with somebody else and like figure out what the full scope of it was. And so that really reminds me of this, is like the structure. They're very like tight. Things don't leak from this area. But yes, I do think they have spacecraft there, unidentified objects that they're possibly working on. So for sure they have spacecraft there. Okay, number 3, secret weapons. Are they working on things for the military, for war? Okay, so we have the devil. Yeah. Yeah. See, yes, definitely. Because to me, if we look at the devil in this context, it's about war and using things for your personal gain that are not good for you or for anybody else, right? If they're looking at making weapons, that obviously is not a good thing. And yeah, that devil energy, I feel like when we're talking about war and we're talking about nuclear weapons and destruction, then the devil is like the perfect like incarnation of that. So I definitely believe that they're using it for that purpose. Now, from what we've learned so far, I feel like they're definitely trying to pull from extraterrestrial spacecraft or weapons that they've possibly collected to learn from that and create something similar for us, like, or using alien or, extraterrestrial weaponry for the US, or weaponizing what they had for us and for personal gain. Wow, that's really interesting. Okay, so number 4, is it a distraction for another facility? 3 of Cups. Initially, I think no. For some reason, this card makes me think like, dang, that's a good idea, and I should have thought of that. But yeah, that's interesting. So yeah, initially when I pulled this card, it's just an instant no. Like, it's not everything, but a lot of stuff is actually going on there. Or it started out to. Like, I feel like maybe they've moved a lot of it since, but it definitely wasn't created as a distraction in the first place. Like, I think it's possible, and we can get clarification here in a minute, but I think it's possible that they've moved things since Area 51 has kind of gained recognition, but I don't think in any way was it created as like this distraction in the beginning. Yeah, I don't know why I get this from this card, but like, I'm trying to think like, how do I relate that? But that's just instantly what my mind kind of thought. Like, 3 of Cups, it's like joyful and like carefree. I guess that's kind of why I'm relating it to that. Like, they didn't think that far ahead in the beginning. And they're not maybe as smart as we think they are. Okay. Number 5, what are they hiding? Strength. What are they hiding? Strength. Yeah, I feel like this circles back to like if we think of strength in a very literal sense, I feel like they're hiding military grade kind of weaponry or whatever that we don't know about, and they're kind of holding on to it until they need it, or whatever. But yeah, so I definitely think they're hiding military like weaponry kind of strength. That I think is the main kind of experiments or happenings going on there. Like I do feel like there's some alien stuff, and there's definitely some spacecraft or alien like paraphernalia, right? But I feel like the main thing they're kind of hiding has to do with like war and weaponry and spacecraft for, aircrafts for the US and for our own personal use. And they're trying to build up this this also makes me think like nuclear stuff. So very, very, very interesting. So, this tech is calling to me. So I have some things I want some clarification on. I definitely want to know and kind of confirm if it's dead or like alien parts, or if they have like live specimen there. I would love to know that. Okay, so is it true that they're experimenting on aliens? Are they dead or alive? Oh my God. I'm not making this up, you guys. Goodness gracious. Okay, so initially, I mean, that answered our question, right? Dead. But this also makes me think that they are working, like, they're killing as well. Like, I feel like death, they're profiting off death, but I also feel like they're the cause of it. Oh my gosh, that is so interesting. Goodness. Okay, so I guess my next kind of question that I wanted some clarification on was about the facility. Were things moved kind of after the fact, or does like a lot of it remain there? Balance. Yeah, so I definitely think they have moved things. I don't think they're doing everything in that one spot. Yeah, so this makes me think they've kind of shuffled things around. They moved things around after the fact, but it kind of like that initial, they didn't make it. Their initial goal was to keep everything there for sure, but they definitely moved things around because they've learned and they realized that having everything in the same spot is not going to benefit them in the long run, because, if something were to happen, they would lose everything. Okay, so I guess the last kind of thing I want to ask from these cards is, are we, this generation going to find out, like, get to learn about Area 51? Are we going to be able to see what's happening there ever, like, or find out? Okay, I'm getting cards all over the place. Oh my gosh, this just popped out. Wisdom. Yes. We will gain the knowledge of what is happening at Area 51 at some point in this lifetime. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should ask right now. I'm sure there's people watching that are like, I want to know this. And it's like, yeah, let me think here for a second. I just had this card just pop out while I was shuffling. Growth. Yeah, I definitely feel like they are like experimenting and creating new things, and yeah, definitely. Okay, so I guess that's where we'll end this. This was really, really fun. If you guys want me to make a follow-up with more questions, I can definitely do that if you want me to ask anything. I think this was really fun, and it added a lot of insight for me. Again, this is all like alleged. It's for entertainment purposes. I think it's really fun. Take it with a grain of salt. Obviously, possibly, we won't know. We won't ever know, but according to this, we will. So, yeah, I'm somebody who believes in the magic of tarot, but you can only, you know, I'm not pushing that on anybody else or expecting you to believe this. I'm really just doing it for fun. If you have any suggestions for like other mysteries I should look into, I really want to do like the Egyptian pyramids. That's high on the list. But if you have like paranormal cases or really, really, really old true crime stuff where like the family's not alive anymore, then I'll definitely possibly do something like that. But yeah, this was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you're looking forward to the rest of this series. And if you're interested in a personal reading from me, I do offer them. My Etsy shop is in the description box. But yeah, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!